Let me bring in Adam Smith, Representative Adam Smith, Democrat, Washington. It's good to have you, Adam.
Good to see you, Chris.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to your family as well. Your namesake, Adam Smith, the economist, would have loved this. And he would have said, this is great, man. The more you compare back on the public sector, the better it will be for the private sector. What's your big concern about what's going to get cut here?
First of all, I disagree with your take on my namesake. He's a little bit more of a complicated dude than most people realize, having studied it a little bit, given my name. But second of all, we get two separate things going on here. And one's great, which is government needs to be more efficient. And I'm with Pete on getting people back into the building. That doesn't necessarily save any money. I'm also with him and looking at where are we spending money? How can we be more efficient?
It saves money if they don't come back. And that's what Musk is banking on.
That's fine. It probably, okay, say, yeah, well, maybe a few. We'll see in terms of the work gets done. But at the Pentagon, I'm all in favor of it. Let's get more efficient. Let's get more effective. But then when you start talking about how much money you're going to save, that's where we do not have a debt and a deficit problem because of government inefficiency. Okay, we have a debt and a deficit problem because we keep increasing spending and cutting taxes on massively, in most cases, fairly popular programs. If you do what Musk and Ramaswamy are talking about doing, and you do it really well, and you get in there and you make government more efficient, you could probably save billions. I'd even go so far as to say you could probably save tens of billions. You're not going to save hundreds of billions, and you're not going to save $2 trillion by any stretch of the imagination unless you cut specific programs and increase revenue. And for all of the fanfare and all of the excitement about how we're going to have the deficit, you will notice they haven't named one specific thing that they're going to cut that amounts to any amount of money yet. So that's where this process sort of runs into a problem in my mind.
What is the prudence in the conduct of every private family can scarce be folly in that of a great kingdom? Adam Smith, referring that government should be like households, live within your means. Democrats are constantly cited for liking to tax and spend, but not cut spending. Is that true? Yeah. And is it time to change it if so?
You said earlier it's bipartisan. I don't think you can pick one particular party. The deficit went up by more, the debt went up by more than under any other president under Trump. So yes, there is a bipartisan desire to cut taxes and increase spending. And that is a problem we have to get after. But that requires tough choices. That's not just a matter of government efficiency. I will also remind you that Adam Smith said, whenever two or more business people gather in one place, it is to conspire against the public good. He knew that there had to be a balance between the private sector and the public sector. And that's what we're trying to strive. Now, I want to emphasize one thing. Pete's a good friend of mine, and I think we need to get after it and try to make government as efficient as possible. But let's not BS the public that this is going to balance our budget and save us $2 trillion. Right. You mentioned the mandatory part of the spending. It's $4.8 trillion, not 3.8, by the way. But that's Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid.
These are 2023 numbers.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Medicaid and Social Security are a huge chunk.
Right. So, I mean, are we going to cut those? Defense, as you said, is like 12% of the budget. In order to get us back to a balanced budget, you are going to have to do things that hurt. Okay. And I think we should have that conversation. But that's not what we're having here. There's going to be a lot more work.
It's just the beginning. Yeah. It's just the beginning. Everybody's celebrating their new portfolio. Once the talk actually begins, you are welcome here, Mr. Smith, to say what's being said and what's not being said. And I wish you the best until then.
Yeah, thanks for giving me the chance. Happy to come back.
Absolutely. I'll see you again. Take care, sir. Congressman Adam Smith.